Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to be giving you guys some advice on things that I have actually made mistakes on in my life with girls. Yeah, so these are pretty embarrassing stories that I've done before, which I have regretted for a while now. So one thing for sure, I definitely want to make this video so that nobody else ever has to make those mistakes again, because these are things like that you really do need to know that you don't want to make the same mistake I just did. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with my top 3 list of 3 things that you should never do to your crush. Starting from number 3 on my list, I want to first say you can be honest to your crush, but don't be too honest to your crush. Because literally what I did, it was just as retarded as going to the police and admitting you were on heroin. Yeah, that's literally how retarded I was back then as a kid. Well, not a kid, a teenager. Either way, that's pretty much how retarded I was back then. So pretty much what happened was me and a girl that I was dating back then, we were both talking about taking things slow in our relationship because we were both heading to different schools. So we both just wanted to take things slow just in case we meet someone else, because we both of us wanted the best for us. And the retarded thing that I decided to say was, oh yeah, that's fine, because I would honestly be okay if you found another guy that you started liking at your school. Literally right after I said it, I regretted everything that I said that day, because I don't even know why I would say something that retarded today. Because right now I'm thinking like that is the most retarded thing that I would say, and then back then I was thinking like maybe I should be completely honest with this girl. So yeah, do not ever tell a girl that you would be okay if she found, don't ever tell a girl that you would be okay if she found another guy that she liked. And if you're a girl, don't ever tell a dude that you're okay if he ever found another girl that he liked, because honestly that's just gonna make them think like, oh, you're not really that confident about yourself, and that they'll want to end up with somebody else more than they would want to end up with you. And a way I can definitely prove that is because literally 2 weeks right after I said that, the girl that I was dating, she was like, hey, let's just go ahead and be friends for now. And at first I thought that was because of what I said, which it definitely was, because we talked about it and she just felt like I was really confident about myself. So she started just dating this other guy. Do not tell a girl that you'd be okay if she found another guy. And if you're a girl, do not ever tell a guy that you'd be okay if he found another girl that he liked. The second thing on my list for things that you should never do to your crush, and this is like this is like the thing that I regret the most out of all my crushes, because this was with my first crush that I did this with, and that was because like this was the first girl that I was like actually into when I was started high school. So pretty much this is the thing that I regretted the most time. Not the most, but definitely more time than anything else that I've ever done to any of my other crushes. And pretty much what I want to say for this list, do not over text a girl. And when I say don't over text a girl, I mean like the type of guys who are like, okay, I'm gonna text this girl good morning right now, and then an hour later I'm gonna be like, hey, how are you? And then another hour later, hey, how are you doing? What are you doing? Then another hour later, how are you doing? Because like at that point it's really gonna get annoying for the girl if you really keep just texting her that much over time. And not only that, I did that in one day. That was one day that I did it, because honestly the person who's like over texting, you're really not gonna notice it because like you're the one who's doing it. But for the other person, it's just gonna make you look like really desperate and just make you look like you don't even have a life if you're constantly texting that girl or that dude over and over again. And that's in one day. Now I don't mean like don't text someone every day, especially if like you're in a relationship. It's understandable. But what I mean is like what I did when you're like texting them like every single hour, because at that point you're really gonna start running out of ideas to talk about, and on top of that you're gonna be looking really desperate, and you look like you have no life to your crush. And I really regretted that. That's one of the things that I've regretted most over time. And the reason that I did all of that was because first off, this was the first crush that I've ever gotten like a phone number from. So I was like really excited and all, because like I actually got the number of a girl that I liked, who apparently at first liked me until like, you know, I did all that. So please definitely do not do that. I had a huge crush on this girl. She had a crush on me as well, but she lost feelings for me because she just realized that I was like a little not even a little desperate after how much I texted her. I was a really desperate person who's really looking forward to this relationship, and then I ruined it because I was too excited and I was over texting Not even thinking about how annoying that was for her when I kept doing it over and over again. And I did it for like 4 days straight. That only lasted 4 days, and then it already ended. So please definitely do not do that. And for the number one thing on my list, which is the most important thing that you guys need to do. I know there's a lot of videos out there that be telling you guys like you have to talk to a certain way to a girl or a dude. You have to act a certain way to a girl or a dude. But the top thing on my list, please act like yourself. Because if you do what I did, you will cringe to death. Because I literally cringe trying to like listen to all this advice on YouTube from people talking about, hey, you got to start talking to a girl like this way. You have to flirt with a girl. You have to make the first move every single time because you're the dude. You have to take priority. At a certain extent, that makes sense. But at another extent, you can't act like somebody who you're definitely not. So it's one girl. First off, before I say anything, I do not do the stuff like in front of my crush's like friends. Because first off, that's straight up embarrassing. I can't. And one thing for sure for me, I can't be in front of a group of girls because I start to get too nervous. My legs shake like crazy. I start sweating bullets off my face. But let me show you the first thing that I actually did with my crush. First off, I regret it for the rest of my life. So please definitely do not do this. I'm about to show you guys right now exactly what I did with my first crush. Because I was trying to, for my first crush, I was trying to act like the cool guy. So let me show you guys right here. Oh god, not like that. But yeah, I cringed really hard when I did that in front of my crush because I'm not a cool guy. And you obviously just saw it when I just did it right there. I'm definitely not the cool type of dude, so I definitely cannot be doing that in front of girls I like. And after that mistake, that's for sure a mistake I'm never going to be making again. But anyway, the next type of guy that I tried to be was like the funny type of dude who's like always making jokes and everything. And honestly, I'm really not a funny person. I can when I'm like when I'm being smart, but one thing for sure, when like just trying to crack a joke out of nowhere, I cannot do. I'm not that type of funny person. Unless you're making a joke first, and then I can like make a joke back a few times. But me starting off the joke like that, I definitely cannot be doing that. And especially with a girl, it's even harder because it's like, oh, now I literally made myself sound stupid when I was trying to make jokes in front of the girl because I was trying to be funny with her. I'm not a funny dude, so if you're not a funny person, don't even try to be a funny person. You're gonna cringe hard like I did back when I did. I'm not even gonna give you guys an example of a joke that I made because those. But yeah, so if you're expecting an example out of me of a joke that I made back then with my crush, you can forget about it because that's never gonna happen. We are not even gonna talk about that like after this video, that's for sure. So don't even bother asking me. So yeah. If you are a guy who's trying to act like somebody else, because let's say for example, you had a crush on this girl, and she was talking to you about how she liked this dude who's like the exact opposite from you. Like you're just a shy, gentle person, and then you got this other dude who's like a really cool and popular kid, and then you try acting like that cool and popular kid. Don't do that because that's not you. You're gonna be putting yourself in a bad position because you're gonna be faking, not faking. You're gonna be pretending to be somebody that you're not, and then at some point you're gonna have to tell your crush that's not the type of person you are, and then she might not even like you because you try to pretend to be someone you're not. And besides, if she doesn't like you, then just move on because at some point you're gonna find someone who likes you just the way you are. You wish you weren't shy and gentle person. Like look at me, I'm a shy and gentle person. I hated myself at first because I thought a girl would never like me, and then at some point it's like I just started to realize like, hey, this is the type of person I am. And then at some point I started finding more and more girls who are actually into my type of personality, which then I started accepting my goodness, what am I even saying anymore? And then at some point I started accepting myself for the person who I am. And now look at me, I'm a happy person. I'm dating girls and I'm happy with that. So if you are the type of person who tries to act like someone else, don't do that because that's not who you are. Act like yourself. At some point you're going to find a girl, and if you're a girl, at some point you're going to find a dude who likes you for who you are. So just act like yourself. Like don't even try to pretend to be somebody else you're not. But anyway, that's all I have to say for you guys in this video. I hope this video helped you guys a lot in knowing exactly what to do in a situation. Well, not a situation. Know exactly what to do with your crush and what. Oh my gosh. Know exactly what not to do with your crush because these are things that I really do regret. I don't want you guys regretting it as well. So please do not do these same mistakes that I did. Anyway, hope this video helped you guys. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as well as leave your comments down below. And if you guys have any embarrassing stories about what you did with the crush that you regret as well, you can go ahead and put that down in the comment section below and we can talk about it as well. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all later.